Hey, did you know that many people have everything they need to get rich but end up wasting time on trivial things? In the business world, this is what we call having incredible skills but using them in opportunities that aren't worth that much. What if I tell you that you might already have in your hands the secret to a quick fortune? All that's missing is someone to introduce you to the mysteries of the stock market or the charms of digital money. Now, imagine having a magic lens called the success filter, which makes certain people have a much better chance of rocking the money game. Here are some habits that can turn you into a money-making machine. Welcome to Top Shelf. Number 1, poker. In poker, as in business, you need to know how to assess risks and make decisions under pressure. Managing your money, controlling your emotions, and reading the people around you is just the beginning. Imagine starting to play on any given night and suddenly you're hooked. You start small, watching videos and playing your first games, but soon things heat up. You improve, make friends with poker aces, and even earn some money. For the best, poker is more than a game, it's serious business. Playing at 20 to 30 tables simultaneously, following your own strategy manual, using all the tools available to improve your game. And then, you realize that all this effort may not lead to the rewards you want. Winning a big tournament seems like a distant dream. That's when you discover new worlds: stock trading, peer-to-peer lending, or even financing other players. Poker players can even become millionaires, but reaching a monumental fortune is another level. They are masters at risk assessment, but often lack the skills to build something alone, so they often form partnerships, holding minority positions, while others create the real innovations. So, ready to play high? Remember, in the game of life and business, sometimes you have to know when to bet everything or when to leave the table. So, are you in? And this one is just for subscribers of the Top Shelf channel. Get your $750 Wish gift card now and find your poker kit. Fill out the information by clicking the link in the description now. Number 2, strategy games. Civilization, Age of Empires, StarCraft, Warcraft, League. Yes, you know what it's like. Anything that involves strategic resource management and territory development. After all, building an empire is not for the faint of heart. Unlike poker players, strategists are masters of long-term thinking. They don't mind working hard to build experience. You start with a small settlement and patiently expand your domain, repeating winning strategies and avoiding unnecessary confrontations. Strategy games are like chess on an epic scale. They require you to adapt your tactics as the scenario changes. It's a continuous dance of adjustments and maneuvers, keeping you always alert. For those passionate about the challenge of strategy games, the business world is just a new board to be conquered. The principles are the same: plan ahead, adapt quickly, and always think about the long-term impact of your actions. And the rewards? Oh, they're not just experience points or virtual trophies. We're talking about real achievements: homes, world travels, and all those cool toys you've always wanted. Who would have thought that playing strategy games could prepare you for real life, huh? Number 3, eBay flipping. Remember that time in school when you were the kid who sold a little bit of everything to classmates? For some, commerce runs in their veins. If you're one of them, then you already know how to recognize an arbitrage opportunity from miles away. From lemonade stands to top-line sneakers, through secondhand clothes and even high-end smartphones. If there's profit, you see it. Understanding value versus cost is key. If something is worth more than the asking price, it's your chance to turn a small amount into a fortune. And then, once you have a nest egg, the climb begins. From small gadgets, you move to big business: cars, apartments, and other high-margin investments. Each step is a rung on the ladder to the top of the financial game. eBay flipping is not just about making money. It's about seeing the world as a playground of opportunities. And over time, you not only improve your skills, but also increase your earnings. Who would have thought that those little school sales would be just the beginning of a journey towards financial success? Number 4, board games. You started playing Monopoly as a child, and now, who knows, maybe you're buying real estate in adult life. In every board game, as in life, there is always that element of luck, but it's the skill that over time usually prevails. In board games, social dynamics and negotiations are essential. This is where you practice how to deal with people, how to plan strategically, and anticipate moves. All this while having fun and learning the importance of making decisions under pressure. We encourage everyone to play board games, not only because they are a great form of entertainment, but because they offer a safe environment where it's possible to make mistakes, learn, and try again. The more complex the games, the sharper your strategic instincts become. And this one is just for subscribers of the Top Shelf channel. Win a $750 Wish gift card now and find the best board games. Fill out the information by clicking the link in the description now. Number 5. Trading cards and collectors. As a collector, you quickly discover that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Scarcity drives up the price, and the desire for these items only grows over time. What started with a simple trade can evolve into collections of cars, watches, and eventually, very valuable artworks. And speaking of art, why do billionaires compete for it by paying exorbitant prices? Simple. A Picasso will never be replicated. Art is not just a hedge against inflation, it's an investment that appreciates. Collecting ranges from simple cards to pieces by renowned artists like Basquiat, Rothko, and Warhol. Historically, only the incredibly wealthy could participate in this game. But now, with the help of our sponsors at Masterworks, the game has changed. Fractional investing allows you to own a part of a masterpiece without buying the whole piece. When the work is sold, the profit is divided among the shareholders. Imagine bragging about having a Banksy or a Picasso in your investment collection. And the best part? You can start from the comfort of your home, with returns that have already reached 14.6%, 17.8%, 21.5%, and more. Number 6, individual sports. Forget team sports for a moment. Here, we talk about the solitary challenges of individual sports. While team sports teach collaboration and teamwork, individual sports open up a completely different field, the realm of self-responsibility, resilience, and self-motivation. In sports like martial arts, swimming, tennis, and golf, it's just you against the world. Every race, every match, every stroke is a lesson in discipline, performance management, and the art of picking yourself up after a fall. And when we talk about running marathons, we're literally teaching the brain to push boundaries, to win internal battles, and to pursue long-term goals. When you transpose this resilient and self-directed mindset to the business world, the possibilities are limitless. Growing in a challenging situation and becoming unstoppable is more than a goal. It's a tangible reality for those willing to face and overcome their own limits. Number 7, overcoming adversities. There's a powerful argument for those who grow up in unfavorable conditions and refuse to accept the circumstances given to them. From childhood, they know they need to get out, change cities, or even countries, in search of opportunities they wouldn't find in their place of origin. The United States was shaped by the idea of the American dream, and that's why many immigrants find fertile ground here to grow. They have a hunger for success that often surpasses those born into comfort. A hungry person will always fight harder, not just for food, but for every achievement. If you're the one who left your small town or village to conquer the big city, educated yourself, and learned valuable skills that you can monetize, then you're already on the path. The determination to change your situation and the courage to face new challenges are the true engines of progress and innovation. Number 8, math or physics Olympiads. You know these kids. For them, math has more letters than numbers, and their brains process everything with incredible efficiency. If that sounds like you, get ready, because the business world will seem like an amusement park. In business, it all comes down to numbers. As soon as you understand that money is just a set of numbers on a screen, and that small adjustments can make those numbers grow, you'll be hooked. Math isn't just about solving problems on paper, it's about turning those solutions into real profit. Many of us who competed in math and physics as young people saw our knowledge lead us to lucrative careers. Whether working for major tech companies, being recruited by venture capital funds, or engaging in private equity, the skills we developed taught us to solve problems systematically. This ability to systematically solve problems is crucial, whether you're a programmer writing code, an analyst assessing the viability of a business, or an entrepreneur seeking profitability. It's this foundation that transforms a good theorist into an outstanding practitioner. Number 9, money for avid readers. Money and wealth are largely a game of constant learning. Those who keep learning, keep growing. And that's why reading is so crucial. It is to the mind what exercise is to the body. Consider this. The average CEO reads about 60 books a year, while the average person barely reads one. This is no coincidence. Reading expands the mind, opens doors to new ideas, and teaches valuable lessons about business and life. Remember switching from Harry Potter to the E-Myth Revisited and the Millionaire Fastlane? Things start to make sense. Our own lives changed radically after reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad at 15. The idea that you could own assets that pay your bills and that you don't need to work was revolutionary for us. So, we began exploring ways to generate money to invest in real estate, and everything developed from there. But times have changed, and learning methods too. The books that transformed our lives might not have the same impact today, and our generation looks for alternatives. Podcasts, for example, are an intriguing way to absorb information. You can listen to a 3-hour conversation and, hopefully, extract 1 or 2 valuable ideas, although they often aren't explained in detail. This led us to innovate in how we consume information. Instead of reading 60 books a year or listening to podcasts at double speed. Number 10, the importance of design. A valuable skill we acquired early on was the ability to use tools like Photoshop. Need a banner, a logo, or even an image with transparency? We did it ourselves. This ability to prototype and iterate quickly put us ahead of many who only had the desire to do something. The real skill isn't just in making things look good, but in understanding the nuances of fonts, spacing, and how to communicate ideas clearly through visuals. This is a critical skill in the business world, where the first impression often determines the success of a product. Here's something controversial, yet real. If the marketing is good enough, the product can be just mediocre, and still people will buy it. Think of Supreme, which was sold for $2 billion by stamping a word on t-shirts and building an entire marketing campaign around it. Brian Chesky, the co-founder of Airbnb, comes from a design background. He doesn't know how to code, but Airbnb has become incredibly successful. This shows that design is not just about aesthetics, but about creating an experience that resonates with users. And for those who need numbers, a 2021 survey from the Design Management Institute reveals that companies that emphasize design in their operations outperformed the S&P index by 228% over 10 years. This proves that good design is more than just a superficial layer. It is a substantial competitive advantage.